Hi, it's me, Issa, as told by a widow. All right, this is part two or episode two of me just um giving some tidbits based off my life experience as a single parent, as a wife, and now as a widow. I won't go into the motivation behind that because I did that in the first episode. So be encouraged and inspired to go watch that. It's filled with so much beautiful energy, you all. It really is. A lot of times people see me now, but so it's difficult for them to connect their heartache and their pain and anger and frustration, confusion, fuzzy brainness of grief when they're at times really early in their grief journey or anywhere in their journey if they have not gotten to where they would like to be. So if anything, I always tell you, be encouraged. That's what this channel is about. Excuse me. Be intentional on your joy. Believe me, it's out there because it's in you. If you had it before your grief journey, it's still there. You just got to realign and tap back into it. And honestly, if it wasn't there before your grief journey, because you're intentional on your joy, because remember now, I did a whole series about it. You do not come through a grief journey unchanged. So you will discover some new aspects of yourself. And I really pray that it's your happiness and your joy, your internal happiness, your internal joy. Because happiness and joy begins with you first. As I say, as much as I can't emphasize this enough. You are an expert on yourself. And if you're not, to get there, you have to be honest with yourself and intentional on getting yourself the necessary ingredients to be your best self. Do you understand me? Because when you're your best self, any and everything around you is wonderful. Because you don't need anything or anyone else to fulfill you. All right. All right. So I want to share this with you. I will try to keep it short. And that is, I had something drop in my spirit today. I remember at least the first 5, if not 6 years. Well, I do know before I had counseling. All right, or probably all the way up until the early few months of me getting counseling. I was so hurt that I remember saying to God that I didn't want to talk to him because I felt that he blessed me, y'all. I went from a single parent, always truly searching for love, unconditional love, or just genuine partnership, you know, that was equitable. Because you know how I feel about fair and compromise. So I'm going to use the word equitable, okay? And as a single parent, my partner and I just couldn't get there. And I meet my husband, and not only was our relationship equitable, it was peaceful, it was romantic, it was blissful, you all. I'm serious. I'm not making any of this up. It was practical too, you know. We wanted a lot of the same things. I mean, a whole lot, from day-to-day necessities to long-term, short-term goals, all of that. Honestly, my life was perfect. So let me once say, for all those that are single parents, anyone searching for love, it exists. I know a lot of people like to say that there is nothing perfect under the sun. I beg to differ. It is. It really is. Even in love, there's perfection. Even in nature itself, there's perfection. We can't have this natural order of life and in all aspects, from weather to the life cycle. All this is perfection. We may not like how it's still perfect, in perfect order. So why would our Creator stop when it comes to love? So when my husband transitioned, I was mad. You talking about a mad black woman? I was mad. I was angry. I was hurt. I was sad. I was mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted, because it was just overwhelming. Because what I had gotten a taste of, I wanted it back. And I remember telling someone, I said, I wish I had never tasted this. And this is what I mean, what I was referring to was love. True love. In which my husband and I shared together. Because I felt like God was being mean by taking him away. So in my mind, in return, I said, God, I don't want to talk to you. Oh yeah, it went on for months, even years. And I had a wonderful relationship with my God prior to that. I remember feeling, I could, and you all, I could feel it in my spirit that my God wanted me in counseling. But I was like, I'm not going because I know you want me to. You took this away, so now I'm going to punish you by not going to counseling. Yeah, I thought an adult temper tantrum. But God has that perfect unconditional love. He just waited me out. That's it. Lovingly waited me out. And when I was ready, God was there with me. And it just basically leaned in, are you finished now? And just reaffirmed to me, I love you. And I would not ever create anything that will harm you. And you all, so now on the flip side, I'm a widow, right? And I look back on those years in which I've called myself punishing God by not going to counseling, because he took away the love that during those first few years of grief that I wish I never had a taste of, because it was painful to not go through life without it. And now that I'm on the other side, gone through the counseling, gone through the experiences of healthy, intentional healing, I now look back and I say, thank you, God, for allowing me to experience perfect love, bliss, partnership, equity in a relationship, reciprocity, laughter, adventure. I mean, it was a wonderful life with my husband. 4 amazing children. We just loved and lavished and on. Yeah, I have taken the same situation. I'm still on my grief journey. But because I have crossed the threshold, and I look back at the same thing, nothing has changed. My husband ain't came back. But you all remember, intentional healing, intentional on my joy, and being real with myself that I needed help through this process. So now I have this relationship with death that encourages me to stay present, to celebrate right now, to tell my children on a regular basis, I love you. It has been an honor to be your mother. And still hold them accountable now. And to thank the one who was patient with me as I went through these tantrums, as I was healing. And that's, for me, is God. Whoever it is that feeds you spiritually. For me, I call it God, universe, the greater power, because I know it's something, someone, or counselor. I don't care who you call it, what you call it, but it's divine agape love, because that's all it is. If it's anything other than that, it's not of God. It's not of love. And I thank all of it, that I was blessed and honored to feel it, to live it, and share it with my children. Although my youngest son didn't. But he has so many images and stories that we tell him, that we share with him. It has been an honor to experience it. And I thank God that he chose me to do so. So, single women, be encouraged. Love is real. Yes, it is. And it's perfect. Be patient. Married people, hold on to your love. Okay? Nurture it, care for it. Respect it. Widows and widowers, it exists. It still exists for us. Again. All right? I love you all. Stay encouraged. And this love came in the beautiful chocolate